All right, let's see, folks. The Pope was in the house today. Made a lot of liberals happy. If you don't believe me, just turn on your TV set. Then he went tooling around, pun intended, in his Fiat. And you want to talk about politics being like professional wrestling? How about the little dust-up between Donald Trump and Rich Lowry? We'll be talking about that today. And did you hear about the poor person who was detained by the TSA at the airport and missed their flight the other day?
No, I didn't.
Oh, boy. We'll be talking about that today, too. We got a lot to do today, folks. And on top of all that, we are going to have our Spaghetti Challenge weigh-in today. That'll be in the second hour. That's right. The final countdown is here. Welcome to the show, folks. That's right. You got the American Adversaries Drive Time Prime Time Show coming to you once again very live on FM 105.5 and AM 660 The Answer from the Mercury-Free Studio Complex. And don't forget, for the very best in mercury-free dental care, call my dentist, Dr. James E. Hardy, at 407-678-3399. I am Christopher Hart. Nick Lowe Cicero is on the Battle Bridge. 407-774-8255 is our number. In the studio once again today is the chairman of the board, the chairman of the board of the Retired NFL Players Union, Mike McBath.
Chris, I have a question today. Now, I watched the Pope and everything on TV, but I'm a little confused. How did he get here from Cuba?
Well, he flew on a jet.
He flew on a jet. Now, don't they have
a big one, too?
I know. Is that called emission and pollution?
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's all I wanted to know.
The Pope wears white, but he talks green.
I was going to say, you would think on his outfit would be a little dirt stain or something.
All right. We also have in the studio this afternoon David Levitt of Refresh Computers, and of course David is also running for the Florida House. You can visit him at Dave Forehouse. That's the number 4, DaveForehouse.com. David, thanks again for being on the show.
Well, thanks for having me again. Sorry I'm a little bit late.
Dave, are you up in Washington today, or are you?
I feel like
you're like the rest of us. You're a working man.
That's right.
And we got a special treat for you folks today, because the Periscope is back up and running. So you can go to, where do they see us? The Lucas Paris, who's got the Periscope up on his head?
We got a new channel. It's called Adversary TV. Easy to find on YouTube. The first bit right here will be up in probably the next 5 minutes.
All right, that's Adversary TV on YouTube. Wow, we got this whole brand new channel.
I know. We better start working on maybe pump some iron and stuff, and get stronger, bigger, better.
Start wearing clothes or something.
That's right. And folks, I got some really special news. We here, especially in Orlando, and I think everywhere, have something to be very, very happy about today. And I am delighted that we get to break the news on our show. And I'm even more delighted that it has happened for some great people who do some great things in our community every day. Real quickly, before I introduce them, yesterday the Orlando Sentinel did a, one of the, I think it was Scott Maxwell, did a little sort of top 10 people in the Orlando area article. I guess the Sentinel itself is doing sort of top 10 things.
Right, I did read
that. And they, I don't want to take anything away from the people they picked, but they were like people from the Performing Arts Center and
political people.
Right.
Right. That's simple. Once I read that, it's so simple to figure out.
Yeah. Well, I'm here to tell you that I did not mention what I consider to be 2 of the top 10 people, if not 2 of the top 5, or 2 of the top 2 people.
You mean I didn't make the list?
Well, you're in there somewhere. All right, but I have to say,
I'll tell you after the show.
I have to say, Vicki Botsford and John Barrows belong on that list. All right, Vicki Botsford of True Life Choice. She's the director of True Life Choice, and John Barrows. You can find out something about him and help him by going to whowillstand.net. They do, let's just say, they do the Lord's work, and they do it every day. And John stands outside the abortion clinic downtown in Lucerne, down there, and he brings girls out, and then he sends them to True Life Choice and other organizations like that, and they help them turn their lives away from the world of having an abortion. So I want to welcome to the show once again today Vicki Botsford and John Barrows. Thank you guys for being on the show, and God bless you. Well, first of all, I want to go to you, Vicki. Tell us what you did.
Wow. That's a fitting name for a donor. For this.
David, was that,
I
David?
said, yeah, that's a fitting name for a donor. Heart of the city, and that's basically what you're going to be.
Absolutely. And you're going to, the nice thing is you're going to keep little tiny hearts beating.
That's right.
And John, how does this make you feel? Does this make your job easier? Do you anticipate getting any press coverage over this other than obviously being on our show? I think it is indeed, and that's why I feel so very privileged, and we all do, that you chose our show to break this news on. It is fantastic news for Orlando. I can't think of news better than this for this city, or any city for that matter. And do you have any timetable for when you may be able to move? Right now you're on Edgewater Drive, right there close to Edgewater High School. How long do you think it'll be before you can move in? Right? Well, I was just going to ask, are you looking for contractors and things like that who can help you out? People who can provide material? And how can they help? But what I'm saying, if there's an electrician out there who says, I want to help, can he come in and help you? And that's truelifechoice.org, isn't it? truelifechoice.org. And we're talking with Vicki Botsford, the director of True Life Choice. And once again, we want to wish you congratulations. And this would not have happened without you, Vicki. I know John, has told me what you've done to make this happen, and it is quite an achievement. And because that's pretty expensive real estate downtown down there. And of course, the people who gave you the funds.
Yeah, there you go.
We want to thank them too. We want to thank them from the bottom of our hearts. David.
Yeah, I have a question. So it's 500 and some feet away. So, and I don't have my thinking cap on right now. Is that like how many different lots over, or is that a couple of blocks?
coming to that pole over there.
Yeah.
Bad day.
Yeah, you're talking about just a little less than 2 football fields.
Visibility and everything.
Yeah, and now when girls come out
right,
to you, John, because they've heard you out there and they've heard your message and they've heard God has touched their heart, when they come out, presently some of them you have to find transportation for down to True Life Choice, don't you? Well, it is awesome, and what you guys do day in and day out is awesome. And God has noticed, and He's decided to make the job a little bit easier. And we certainly want once again to congratulate you folks. If you're just tuning in, we're talking to Vicki Botsford of True Life Choice and John Barros. You can visit him at whowillstand.net, and he does stand literally every day, begging and pleading for these women and girls to come out and not have an abortion. And now they have a building mere steps away from one of the worst abortion clinics in the whole doggone nation, folks. Not just this town, but the whole nation. I know a lot of you have been out there praying for this to happen, and tonight I ask you to get down on your knees and pray to God and say just simply this: thank you, God, for answering our prayers in the affirmative. And thank you guys for what you do day in and day out. Well, we certainly tell them every day something or other. It's really good that we can bring
the educational process.
Absolutely, it's great to deliver fantastic news like this. I'm proud as a peacock right now. But you guys take care of yourselves, and tell the folks who made this happen, the donors and everybody else, that our great gratitude goes to them and our prayers as well. All right? Yes. Go ahead, John. Well, you know, I appreciate that. Every second we do this show, I feel is precious time. But to be honest with you, I can't figure out any better place to spend that time than have you guys come on the show on a regular basis and fill our audience in on some of the good things happening in our world. So, John, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. And by the way, are you going to be in the Spaghetti Eating Challenge Monday? That's not a requirement. You can still be a competitor. Okay. All right. Well, God bless you both. And Vicki, you're of course invited too. And all right. And once again, congratulations.
Good job, folks.
That was terrific.
All right, folks. Let's take a break.